Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive.
Always fun to be back.
So get this, we're going deep into the world of 3D modeling today.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but not in the way you'd usually think, like with fancy software and tons of training.
Okay, so what's the twist?
We're talking about making 3D objects straight from words, pictures, or even sketches. It's wild.
Seriously, sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie.
Right. And the company behind this, NVIDIA, those folks who make crazy, powerful graphics cards.
Yeah, I know them.
Well, they're really pushing the boundaries with AI now, and what they're doing is mind-blowing.
Okay, you've got me intrigued.
So NVIDIA has this new thing called LLaMA-Mesh. You familiar with that?
LLaMA-Mesh. Rings a bell, but refresh my memory.
So in a nutshell, it's a totally new way to create 3D models, but it uses these things called large language models, LLMs for short.
Wait, LLMs, like those chat bots that can hold actual conversations.
Exactly. That's what's powering them. NVIDIA's figured out how to harness those LLMs to build 3D models just from simple inputs.
Hold on, so instead of needing all those expensive programs and spending years learning how to use them,
You could just describe something like a fluffy armchair shaped like a giant paw.
and the AI would actually build it for real.
That's the idea. Imagine you're a game developer who needs a super realistic forest for your game. Instead of spending ages modeling each tree, you could just type a dense forest, ancient gnarled trees, sunlight through the leaves, that kind of thing.
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
LLaMA-Mesh takes that text, a picture, even a rough sketch, and turns it into a special code.
Code.
Then the LLM steps in, decodes that code, and boom, it generates all the data needed to create the 3D model.
Wow. It sounds almost too good to be true. Like, how does the AI even know if those objects are buildable or just random shapes?
Right. And I mean, it does sound kind of like magic,
Yeah.
but the secret sauce is the AI's ability to understand what you mean, not just what you say. So it gets the concept of chair or tree from your description, and then figures out how to make it a 3D object, making sure it would actually stand up in the real world.
Fascinating. So it's not just spitting out random shapes. It actually considers how things work in reality.
Exactly. It's thinking about structure and even the level of detail. Like a simple cube needs less detail than, say, a human face, right?
Right.
LLaMA-Mesh can adjust all of that.
So it's like it's got a brain for design built right in.
It does seem that way. It's really exciting, all the creative stuff you could do with this.
For sure. But, there's always that flip side.
Oh, like what?
Well, couldn't this also lead to a bunch of low-quality, cookie-cutter 3D models flooding the market?
Yeah, I was wondering about that too. Like, wouldn't that devalue the work of talented 3D artists?
That's the worry.
Because making these models is literally their livelihood.
Right, and it's a valid concern. Any powerful tool can be misused. But I see LLaMA-Mesh as a tool for artists, not a replacement.
How so?
Think of it this way. Let's say you're a doctor and you need a 3D model of a patient's heart to plan a really tricky surgery.
With LLaMA-Mesh, you could generate that model straight from their scans.
Wow. So it could really personalize healthcare.
Absolutely. More precision, better outcomes, the works.
That's really incredible. And get this, LLaMA-Mesh can handle text to 3D, image to 3D, even sketch to 3D, all in one system.
Yeah, it's not just a one-trick pony. And it all points to a bigger trend we're seeing. AI making stuff that used to be super complicated, way easier and accessible for everyone.
Right. Like, remember when you needed expensive software and a whole studio to edit videos?
Oh, I do.
Now you can just do it on your phone. LLaMA-Mesh could do the same for 3D modeling.
That would be a game changer, open up so many doors for people.
So just to sum up for everyone listening, NVIDIA is using AI to make 3D modeling way easier, way faster, and something anyone can potentially do.
Precisely.
And that kind of makes you think, what happens when 3D design isn't limited to a select few anymore?
Exactly. What crazy innovations will people come up with when they can actually build their ideas in 3D? It's mind-blowing. It's a bit scary, honestly, but mostly exciting. Thanks for diving into this with us. It's been fascinating.
Always a pleasure. This is just the beginning. Who knows what the future holds?
And to all our listeners out there, keep exploring. The world of AI and 3D modeling is wide open. The possibilities are endless.
You said it. See you next time.
See ya.